Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. In this video we are going to cover the second part and the final part of rotation and revolution. In the very first part we have discussed rotation and its effects and various other phenomena we have discussed. While in this video we are going to cover the revolution and its impact and its effects on the surface of the earth. What are the changes that we will experience because of the revolution? This is the topic of this video. Okay, let's get started with this video. So now the very first thing is the revolution. What is revolution? First we have to understand this thing. So revolution is the motion of the earth. This is the second motion that we are going to discuss. Understand this thing. Now imagine this is your sun, whose position is what? Fixed. Now what earth is doing? Earth is revolving around it. This motion is known as revolution. While revolving around this axis, the axis around which the sun is revolving, which it is fixed and it is known as orbit. In this diagram, from this diagram, this is the black color, this circular path. All we can say it is an elliptical path. The path that earth follow around the sun is elliptical. So this black color path is known as orbit, which is followed by the earth. So the position of the sun is fixed around which this earth is revolving. This motion is known as revolution, and while revolving it is also at the same time rotating. So its motion is like this. It is rotating as well as it is revolving. So there are two simultaneous motion which earth is performing. Okay, now understand few more things. What are the characteristics of this revolution? So the very first thing is the earth follow the elliptical path, which we have already understood. It is not a circular path which earth is following. It is the elliptical path which the earth is following around the sun. Second thing is at what speed the earth is revolving. So earth is revolving around the sun at the speed of 29 to 30 kilometer per second. So remember this thing. In rotation we have understood the speed was 1670 kilometer per hour. This is the rotational speed of the earth. While if we talk about the revolutionary speed at revolution, so it is 29 to 30 depending upon the position of the earth with respect to sun. I'll tell you why. It is not fixed. It is not uniform. Why it is not uniform? See, this is your sun. When the earth is closer in this diagram, you can see at this position the earth is nearer to the sun. At this position the earth is nearer to the sun. We will understand one concept. When earth is nearer, this position is known as perihelion, while when the sun is at this position the earth is away from the sun, this position is known as aphelion. You will understand this thing. So when earth is passing closer to the sun, its revolutionary speed gets increased, while when it is away from the sun its revolutionary speed is slow. इसको ऐसे समझ सकते हैं कि जब भी हम हीट के बहुत पास होते हैं तो हम कोशिश करते हैं हम उस जगह से जल्दी निकल जाएं, तो वैसे ही इसको समझ सकते हैं कि जब भी जो अर्थ है वो सन के बहुत पास आती है तो वो उसकी रिवोल्यूशनरी स्पीड क्या होती है? तेज़ हो जाती है. ठीक है, और जब दूर होती है तो वो आराम से स्लोली एंड ग्रेजुअली मूव करती है. तो यहाँ पे रिवोल्यूशनरी स्पीड यूनिफॉर्म नहीं है, लेकिन वी कैन से इट इज़ 29 to 30 किलोमीटर पर सेकेंड. नाउ हाउ मच टाइम वन रिवोल्यूशन टेक्स? What does it mean? Now understand. This is your sun, and this is the path around which the earth is revolving. So imagine now the earth starts revolving from here to here, then here, then this is the mean position. If we imagine this is the starting position, तो उसको it starts from here and again it will come back to this position with how much time it will take to revolve around the sun. So the time is what we say 365 days. Is it? No. This is not the exact time. The exact time is 365 days 6 hour. Now this 6 hour, यहाँ पे एक बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट कंसेप्ट आता है लीप ईयर का. नाउ व्हाट इज दिस लीप ईयर? तो नॉर्मल ईयर में हम जो रिवोल्यूशन है उसको कितना टाइम लगता है? 365 डेज प्लस 6 आवर. सो वी डू नॉट कंसिडर दिस 6 आवर. इंस्टेड ऑफ इट, आफ्टर एवरी 4 ईयर this 6 hour changes to 24 hour, and then we have one extra day. That means we have one extra day, and because of which every 4 year what we have is leap year. There is one extra day. There is one extra day. And in which month? In the month of Feb. In 2024, 2028 and previously 2020, these are the leap year. In leap year we have February of 29 days. Understood? So this is the reason behind this leap year, because the revolution of the earth take 365 days plus 6 hour, and after every 4 years 6 hour add on to make one day, 24 hour. Okay? So these are the things you should understand from the revolution. First we have understood what is the revolution, what is the movement. Then we have understood few characteristic, that it follows the elliptical path. It follows the elliptical path. The speed of the speed of revolution is not uniform. It is fast near the sun while it is slow away from the sun. Okay, so these are the few positions we will understand this. And one revolution takes 365 days plus 6. Okay, now coming to the effects of revolution. In this thing we are going to understand what are the changes, what are the things that change because of the revolution of the earth. Okay, now the very first thing and the most important thing that we experience is the seasonal changes. The change in the season that we have. For example, we have summer, we have winter, we have autumn, we have spring. These are the 4 seasons overall we are having. So because of which phenomena it is occurring? It is because of the revolution. So in simple terms, you should understand, because of rotation we have day and night, and because of revolution we have changes in season. This is the crux of this chapter. This is the crux and very important thing. Rotation, because of rotation we have day and night, and because of revolution we have changes in the season. Now how this is happening? So the first thing you should understand, there are two types of rays: direct rays and oblique rays. What are these? From the figure you can understand this thing. This is your sun. Sun have two types of rays. One is direct while other is oblique rays. What are these? This is your sun and this is your earth. Now these rays of the sun are coming to the earth, and as it is going away, as it is getting slowly and slowly oblique. This you will study more in further chapter. These rays which are coming directly to this earth surface, these are your direct rays. This is your direct rays. While the rays, as the sun's rays move from equator to the poles, they gets oblique. And oblique rays or inclined rays, this is your oblique rays. There is a tendency that direct rays cause more heating. Understand this thing. Direct rays cause more heating, while these oblique rays results in less heating. Okay? And because of which, wherever the direct rays are coming, the area gets heated, but it do not get as much heated as it gets heated, lot of heated, while these rays, this area will get more heat. Okay? Equator, tropics, this area will experience great heat, much more heat as compared to the polar areas. And while the polar areas will receive oblique rays, because of which the area do not get as much as heat as the tropics and equator. The reason behind is these rays, direct rays and oblique rays. अब एक इसको समझने के लिए एक और डायग्राम हो सकता है. जैसे ये जो डायरेक्ट रेज होती हैं, if this is the area, तो डायरेक्ट रेज कम एरिया को कवर करता है। अब अगर कम एरिया में हीटिंग हो रही होगी, फॉर एग्जाम्पल यू शुड अंडरस्टैंड, आई एम यूजिंग दिस टॉर्च अगेन। If I continuously, this is your, this is the example of direct rays. When the rays are vertically overhead and the heat is concentrated to a certain area, this concentrated rays create more heating effect on the surface wherever it is striking. So this region will have what? Direct heat. While as the sun's rays getting oblique, see, you can see the area, coverage area is getting increased as the sun rays are getting oblique, while as the sun rays are getting vertical, the area is getting reduced while heating effect is increasing. So this is the direct rays and oblique rays. I hope you understood the concept. Now how this direct and oblique rays plays an important role, we will understand this thing. First, you have understood that the seasonal changes are occurring because of the revolution. Now coming to the second part, second effect, inclination. Because of the inclination of the axis, there is a seasonal changes. Summer, here we will understand two things: summer solstice and winter solstice. What is this summer solstice and winter solstice? First understand this thing. This is your earth and this is the sun. When the sun rays are vertically overhead, this is your earth, this is its inclined axis, north and south, while this is your earth, this is your sun. Okay, this is your sun. When the sun's rays are directly or vertically overhead, there are few lines you have already understood. This is your equator, this is your Tropic of Cancer, and this is your this is your Arctic Circle, while this is your Tropic of Capricorn, this is your Antarctic Circle. So when the sun's rays are directly overhead at Tropic of Cancer, that is 23 1.5 degree north, we will have summer solstice. And summer solstice where? In northern hemisphere. When the sun's rays are directly overhead at Tropic of Cancer, what we have is summer solstice. That means the sun's rays are coming directly overhead to Tropic of Cancer. ठीक है, दैट मीन्स इन इंडिया के रेफरेंस में अगर हम समझें तो इंडिया में इस समय क्या है? समर सीजन है, ठीक है। और वहीं पे ऑपोजिट में अगर हम समझें ऑस्ट्रेलिया में इस समय क्या हो रहा होगा? विंटर हो रहा होगा। एंड वाई दिस इज हैपनिंग? दिस इज हैपनिंग बिकॉज ऑफ द इंक्लिनेशन। अगर ये इंक्लिनेशन ना होता, अगर ये स्ट्रेट होता कुछ इस तरीके का, ठीक है, अगर इस तरीके की एक्सिस हमारी होती और ये हमारा सन होता, ठीक है, then the sun's rays are equally distributed. Then this side will have summer season, this whole side will have summer season, while the other side will have winter season. ठीक है, this was the result, but ऐसा नहीं है। यहाँ पे क्या है, जो ट्रॉपिक्स वाले एरियाज हैं वो ज़्यादा गर्म है, ज़्यादा हीट अप है। नॉर्दर्न एरिया, तो नॉर्दर्न हेमिस्फीयर में क्या है? समर सोलिस्टाइज है और सदर्न हेमिस्फीयर में विंटर सोलिस्टाइज है। So this is the second result because of the inclination. Now coming to the next part, one more concept of perihelion and aphelion and the creation of heat zones. Now what are these things? अब ये चीज़ें समझनी है हमें, पेरीहीलियन क्या होता है, एपीहीलियन क्या होता है। अब इस चैप्टर में एक फिगर बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है जो बार बार हमने अभी बताया भी है, ये वाला फिगर। अब इस फिगर को समझना ज़रूरी है, ठीक है। पहले पाथ बना लेते हैं। दिस इज द पाथ ऑफ द सन। वी आर नॉट मेकिंग द पाथ circular, this is your elliptical path, and this is the sun. One side it is closer, one side it is away. This is the sun whose position is what? Fixed. This is earth. Now you will understand this thing. अब यहाँ पे ये जो पोजीशन है and this position, इस पोजीशन में वेयर the distance between the sun and the earth is less as compared to this position. This position is known as, let's say it is P and let's say it is A. अब जहां पे ये क्लोज है तो हम क्या कह सकते हैं, P फॉर पास, और पास का मतलब क्या हो गया, दिस इज योर सन, दिस इज योर अर्थ। अब ये पास का मतलब क्या हो गया, दिस इज योर पेरी हीलियन, द पोजिशन इज पेरीहीलियन, एंड पेरीहीलियन में जो सन से अर्थ की डिस्टेंस है इट इज 147.2, what is the value, it is million kilometer. So this is the distance from the earth and the sun at the position of perihelion, and the perihelion position is occurring in the month of January, 3rd January, remember this date also. While in this position, when the sun and the earth are away from each other, so away here the A stands for aphelion, ठीक है, aphelion, and in this the distance between the sun and the earth is 152 million kilometer, and this is occurring in the month of July, that is this 4th July. So after understanding the perihelion and aphelion position, let's move on to the next effect, the creation of heat zones. Now because of the revolution there is one more effect, that is the creation of heat zones. Now how and what are these heat zones, let's understand this thing. So again coming to the same figure, this is your sun, and because of the sun's rays there are the earth is differentially heated. The earth receive heat in the form of direct and indirect rays or oblique rays, and because of which the earth is getting differentially heated. Differentially heated means the different parts of the earth receive different rays. Some part receive direct while other part receive oblique rays, because of which there is a differential heating of the earth, and as a result the earth is divided into different zones. Now what are these zones? The very first thing is equator. Then after equator there is one more line, that is Tropic of Cancer, and above Tropic of Cancer is your Arctic Circle. Then to the southern hemisphere is your Tropic of Capricorn and Antarctic Circle. Now between these lines there is important heat zones. Now the sun's rays are coming like this, some areas is receiving direct, and as the sun's rays are moving towards the pole they are getting oblique. The angle of inclination, there is one concept of angle of inclination. The angle of inclination is getting reduced from 90 degree, it is getting reduced as it is approaching the poles. So these sun rays are getting vertical, oblique, and the equator and the tropic area is receiving what, direct sun rays. So this area is getting heated up more as compared to the above area. So therefore this results in the creation of heat zone between the tropics. That means this area will experience intense heating, intense heating, because of which this zone will have throughout the year high temperature, and as a result there is this heat zone is known as torrid zone. So the first zone is torrid zone. Three heat zones are creating. One is your torrid zone, and this torrid zone is between 23 1/2 degree north, that is Tropic of Cancer, to 23 1/2 degree south, that is Tropic of Capricorn. So in between these tropics you have a heat zone known as torrid zone, and all the continents that are within these torrid zone will have high temperature throughout the year, while the area beyond the tropics, that means this area, yes, this area will receive less heat. So this is the most moderate climatic zone. This area will have very soothing weather, very soothing climate, not very much heated, not very much cold. So this area is the most habitable area of the planet. So this is known as temperate zone. This zone is known as temperate zone. Temperate zone, that means neither much heated nor much cold. While the area beyond the temperate zone, it is freezing. This is a freezing area. This is a freezing area. Therefore, this zone is known as frigid zone. And remember that this latitudes also. The torrid zone is between 23 1 by 2 degree north and 23 1 by 2 degree south, that is Tropic of Cancer and Tropic of Capricorn. And beyond, in both the hemisphere, beyond Tropic of Cancer and beyond Tropic of Capricorn, you have temperate zone till Arctic Circle in the north and Antarctic Circle in the south. In between tropics and Antarctic Circle, you have what? This temperate zone. And while in the northern hemisphere, you have Arctic Circle, and between Tropic of Cancer, you have temperate zone. Beyond temperate zone, we have frigid zone. Frigid zone is up to from the Antarctic Circle till the North Pole, and in south में till South Pole. So this area will have a, throughout the year will have a cold climate, and in these areas we also see many glaciers. Antarctica, which is one of the continents, seven continent, it is a totally glacier. It is also located in the southern hemisphere near the South Pole. So this is your three important zones of the earth. Now moving on to very important concepts of equinoxes. Equinoxes, we'll understand this thing from one important figure, which is this. Okay, now understand this thing. You should understand this thing from one important figure. This is your earth. This is the line, 0 degree line, equator. Then this is Tropic of Cancer. This is Arctic Circle. Then in the south, this is your Tropic of Capricorn, and this is your Antarctic Circle. Now we have different seasons because of the changing position of the sun and the earth. Now understand these positions first. This is your sun, then another sun, then one sun is here, then one sun is here. Okay, now what are these positions? First, remember the date. One thing, there are two solstices and two equinoxes. One is your summer solstice. That means in this summer solstice, it is summer solstice you will be having on 21st June, 23 September. You will having a spring equinox. Then winter solstice, 22 December. Spring equinox, 21st March. Now, what are these dates and how they play important role? So okay, so this is your Tropic of Cancer, and when the sun is vertically overhead at Tropic of Cancer, the date is 21st June. Okay, at 21st June, what you are having here, you are having summer solstice. Okay, while moving forward, the sun will go towards equator. Then after getting perpendicular at equator, it moves to the southern area and it comes to Tropic of Capricorn, and from Tropic of Capricorn it takes a U-turn and it moves again back to equator, and it gets overhead at equator again, and from equator it moves to tropics, and from tropic it will again take a U-turn and move back to equator. So this is the complete movement of the sun, or it is appearing that for the explanation part we can say the sun is moving. So these are the position. Now dates and these names are very important. So we have started from summer solstice. 21st June will be having summer solstice when the sun is vertically overhead at Tropic of Cancer. This is your Tropic of Cancer, and this is your equator, and this is Capricorn. So this is Tropic of Capricorn. अब इसके बाद देखते हैं कि अलग अलग पोजीशन पे अलग अलग कैसे कैसे सीजन्स बन रहे हैं। तो पहले हमने देख लिया 21 जून, यहाँ पे क्या है, समर सोलिस्टाइज है। कब, कहाँ पे, नदर्न हेमिस्फीयर में। और जब नदर्न हेमिस्फीयर में समर सोलिस्टाइज होगी, उसी समय विंटर में क्या होगा, या सॉरी सदर्न हेमिस्फीयर में क्या होगा, विंटर सोलिस्टाइज। नाउ सन इज मूविंग टुवर्ड्स द equator and it gets overhead at what, equator, and when sun is getting overhead at equator, so this position is called equinox. Equinox means equal day and equal night. So we have two equinoxes, one on 23 September, when this equinox is known as autumn equinox. And in autumn equinox, the sun is getting overhead at equator, and when the sun is at equator, we have equal day and equal nights in all the hemisphere. Everywhere the day and nights are equal. And from here, the sun started moving to in the southern hemisphere. And when the sun is moving in the southern hemisphere, northern hemisphere will have transition from summer to winter season. And while moving to the southern hemisphere, it gets overhead at tropic of Capricorn on 22nd December. And on 22nd December, we are having what, winter equinox. That means on 22nd December we have, in these months we experience winter in the northern hemisphere. In India, what we are having, winter in the northern hemisphere, while in the southern hemisphere at this time it is summer. In the southern hemisphere, during the winter equinox, we have summer here. What and why we are calling it winter equinox and why we are calling it summer equinox, it is because we are studying from the perspective of the northern hemisphere. So with respect to northern hemisphere, we have winter equinox in December and summer equinox in June. Understood? So there is a reversal of the condition in the southern hemisphere. Now from here, 22nd December, again the sun will take a turn and move back to equator, and it gets overhead at equator on 21st March. And this 21st March is known as spring equinox. Spring equinox. And again we have equal day and equal nights. And there is one more changing which is happening. What are these? When the sun is approaching in the northern hemisphere, we have increasing daytime. जब सन नदर्न हेमिस्फीयर में होगा तो यहाँ पे दिन का टाइम बढ़ता जाएगा और रात का टाइम कम होता जाएगा. वी हैव लॉन्गर डेज एंड शॉर्टर नाइट्स. वाइल व्हेन द सन इज हियर at tropic of Capricorn, in the southern hemisphere we have longer days and shorter nights. And 22nd December को ऐसा बोला जाता है कि सदर्न हेमिस्फीयर का सबसे लंबा दिन होता है और नदर्न हेमिस्फीयर का सबसे शॉर्टर डे होता है. वहीं पे 21 जून को जब सन वर्टिकली ओवरहेड होता है कैंसर पे, तो यहाँ पे सबसे लंबा दिन होता है नदर्न हेमिस्फीयर का और सबसे छोटी रात होती है, यानी कि लॉन्गेस्ट डे एंड शॉर्टेस्ट नाइट 21 जून को नदर्न हेमिस्फीयर में. सो दीज आर द थिंग्स विच इज़ हैपनिंग बिकॉज ऑफ द रिवोल्यूशन. तो एक और फिगर के थ्रू जल्दी से समर सोलिस्टाइज और विंटर सोलिस्टाइज इक्विनॉक्सेस को समराइज कर देते हैं. तो समर सोलिस्टाइज में कुछ इस तरीके की पोजीशन होती है जिसमें ये जो ट्रॉपिक ऑफ कैंसर है इस पे वर्टिकली ओवरहेड है सन. तो इस टाइम पीरियड पे नॉर्दर्न हेमिस्फीयर में दिन कैसे होंगे, लॉन्ग, और नाइट्स कैसी होंगी, शॉर्ट्स. और समर कहाँ होगा, नॉर्दर्न हेमिस्फीयर विल हैव समर सीजन वाइल विंटर सदर्न हेमिस्फीयर विल हैव अ विंटर सीजन. ठीक है. और समर सोलिस्टाइज कब होगा, 21 जून को. देन इट विल मूव ऑन टू इक्विनॉक्सेस. और इक्विनॉक्सेस में दो इक्विनॉक्सेस हमें देखने, ऑटम इक्विनॉक्स एंड स्प्रिंग इक्विनॉक्स. ठीक है. रिमेंबर दिस पोजीशंस, दिस फिगर इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. 21 जून के बाद द सन विल मूव वेयर, 23 September. दैट मीन्स which equinox, autumn equinox. And in autumn equinox what we are having, we have the sun vertically overhead at equator, and during the equinox we have equal day and equal nights in throughout the earth. This is the position of equinoxes. Then again from autumn equinox it will move on to where, from 23rd September it will move to south. In the 22nd December it will move to south and gets overhead at tropic of Capricorn. So this position will be there. It will have direct sun rays at equinoxes while oblique sun rays is in northern hemisphere, because of which this southern hemisphere will have winter, the southern hemisphere will have summer, and northern hemisphere, because of the oblique rays, the northern hemisphere will have winter. And in southern hemisphere we have a long day and short nights, and the longest day will be on 22nd December. So this is winter equinox. And again the sun will start moving back to the equator, and it will get overhead in 21st March. And this overhead, when the sun is getting overhead at equator, this position is known as spring equinox. And again the same condition, the whole earth will have equal day and equal nights. So this is summer solstice and winter solstice, very important concept of revolution. So in revolution what we have understood, क्विकली समराइज कर लेते हैं इसको. रेवोल्यूशन में हमने देखा व्हाट इज रेवोल्यूशन, कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स हमने देखे, इलिप्टिकल पाथ फॉलो करता है, स्पीड हमने देखा यूनिफॉर्म नहीं है, रोटेशन, यहाँ पे हमने रोटेशन की स्पीड देखी, रोटेशन एंड रेवोल्यूशन की. रेवोल्यूशन में हमने देखा 365 डेज एंड 6 आवर एंड द कंसेप्ट ऑफ लीप ईयर. देन इफेक्ट्स ऑफ रेवोल्यूशन में सीजनल चेंजेस देखे हमने, कैसे डिफरेंशियल हीटिंग की वजह से, कहीं डायरेक्ट रेज है तो वहाँ पे ज़्यादा हीटिंग, तो दैट एरिया विल हैव summer season, and the area which is receiving the oblique rays will have winter season. और ये हमने आगे इक्विनॉक्सेस और सोलिस्टाइस के कंसेप्ट में समझा. देन इंपॉर्टेंस ऑफ इंक्लिनेशन हमने समझी, किस तरीके से इंक्लिनेशन की वजह से हमें सोलिस्टाइस और इक्विनॉक्सेस देखने को मिलते हैं. हीट जोन्स हमने समझे. हीट जोन्स में हमने ये वाला डायग्राम समझा था कि 3 तरीके के हीट जोन्स क्रिएट होते हैं, बिकॉज ऑफ विच अर्थ इज गेटिंग डिफरेंशियली हीटेड. जो हीटेड पार्ट है वहाँ पे टॉरिड जोन, देन मॉडरेट वाला पार्ट को हम टेम्परेट जोन कहते हैं, देन कूलर वाले पार्ट को हम फ्रिजिड जोन कहते हैं. एंड देन वी हैव अंडरस्टूड द कंसेप्ट्स ऑफ सोलिस्टाइस एंड इक्विनॉक्सेस इन डिटेल. So thank you so much for watching this video. Please do like, share and subscribe to my channel for getting more such videos. Thank you so much.